You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for our Black and White Live. Well, as a 49ers fan, I got to admit, I'm surprised this is the first time I'm ever hearing about this. But Mike Singletary, former 49ers coach, has come out and dropped sort of a bombshell involving now retiring Ben Roethlisberger of the Pittsburgh Steelers. There are a couple of things that make me think this may be true. Now, I've sort of looked at some of the reaction from this. Everybody seems to think Singletary's lying. I'm just not sure why people think Singletary is lying, because there are two absolute facts here. Big Ben was in a bind. The Steelers did look into trade options involving Ben back around this time. And actually, there's a third thing. Singletary absolutely wanted to try to win with character. Well, that's 3 for 3 right there. I don't find this far-fetched in the least. Now, the one negative against Singletary is, why is this being brought up now? Is it because Roethlisberger's retiring? Does Singletary have an ulterior motive? I know he regrets one thing. Singletary was not a huge believer in the importance of having a star quarterback at that time. He has since admitted he was wrong about that. He was absolutely wrong about it, and he should have went and found a much better quarterback for the 49ers. That's back when Alex Smith was struggling. Well, Singletary dropped this bomb today. And it's pretty wild, but there, like I said, there are some things that might lead you to believe that there's some accuracy to this. Mike Singletary says he vetoed a trade that would have sent Ben Roethlisberger to the 49ers. Former 49ers coach Mike Singletary says he once vetoed a trade that it would sent Ben Roethlisberger from Pittsburgh Steelers to San Francisco 49ers. Singletary told Dan Pompei of TheAthletic.com that the 49ers and Steelers had a deal that would have resulted in Roethlisberger going to San Francisco, and Singletary killed the move. According to Singletary, 49ers owner John York and Jed York and personnel executive Trent Baalke told him in 2009 that they had a deal in place with the Steelers to acquire Roethlisberger, but that Singletary declined because this was shortly after Roethlisberger had been accused in a lawsuit of assaulting a woman in Lake Tahoe. Quote, I had been telling the team I wanted a team of character. This is a fact, folks. He absolutely was huge on this back when he was coaching the 49ers. If you were a fan of the team, if you watch the press conferences after games, et cetera, anytime Singletary talked to the press, anybody talked to him, things like character got brought up continuously. One could argue maybe he should have loosened the strings on that in order to get more talent on the team. Singletary told Pompei, quote, I felt like I had to be true to that. But if I could do it again, I'd do it differently. He's telling you right there. He probably would have went ahead and taken Roethlisberger. Hindsight is 20/20. Whether Singletary's description of the events is entirely accurate is questionable. For starters, he really didn't have the authority to veto trades. He could voice his disagreement, but if the Yorks and Baalke wanted to do it, they could have done it whether Singletary liked it or not. Yeah, but I'm going to call BS on that. Okay? The Yorks, they didn't turn over control to Singletary, but you could tell they were very much erring on the side of what Singletary had to say about things that was going on in his locker room. Okay, so I don't know that I would jump right out there with that. And we haven't heard the Steelers side of the story on this deal that was allegedly agreed upon. This may be total crap. It could be. But there were reports, and this is important, but there were reports after Roethlisberger was accused of assault that the Steelers were considering trading him. And Singletary says he was the reason that what could have been one of the most significant trades in NFL history actually didn't happen. So, now look, again, there's absolute precedence to think that maybe Singletary wants to get his name back in the coaching circles. He's not getting. I just can't not imagine that he is getting another NFL coaching job. Certainly not a head coaching job. Could I see the guy coaching linebackers? Sure. Okay. Was he a step up from, say, Tom Sula? Yeah, he was. But not much of a step up. I don't care if he was legendary. He just what initially it looked like Singletary was going to work out. It really did. He went 5-4, then he went 8-8, and then the wheels came off. 5-10, and then he got fired. And the thing about it is, again, he didn't feel like that there should have been such a huge importance on quarterback play. He thought the rest of the team could carry, much like in the way that, Jim McMahon was a good quarterback, but, that was a team built on defense when he was with the Bears. We felt like he could do that in this day and time. No, quarterbacks were scoring too many points. We could not score enough in those games. This was back in the Sean Hill era, too. A lot of Sean Hill, Alex Smith back then. So, I put this at a 50-50. There were rumors about a Roethlisberger trade. And, John York still had some say back then with the Niners. Thank God he let Jed York sort of take over the 49ers at that point. But even Jed hasn't gotten that right a whole lot. Trent Baalke, very skeptical personnel. Look, he's had some good drafting decisions, but he's had some train wrecks, most notably drafting guys that have been injured in college. Good grief. That was some terrible days as 49ers fans. Tell me what you think, Black and White Live fans. Who knows what to believe for real, but this was damn sure interesting. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.